If you came to this video to be updated on anything unrelated to crypto, you're at the wrong place. But if you came here with the idea of being updated on Cardano and its price action, you're at the right place at the right time. Because today I'm gonna show you on the chart of ADA versus dollar something monumental that you might be missing, because I heard no one talking about it. Let the technicals show us the path. Let the dinosaur roar us the way. Nice roar. As I announced, today we are talking about Cardano versus dollar on a daily chart. Not weekly, not monthly, daily, because I don't want it to show you this theory of mine to be detailed and specific as possible before digging into these very interesting technicals. Let me just remind you, this is not our first video on Cardano. At the beginning of the year, at levels of, watch this out, 33 cents, we made our first price prediction in which I gave you the fantastic target of $5.50. You can say that from that 33 cents, we are well on the way to $5.50. And that, in some hand, our prediction was right. Do I think that that $5.50 will be fulfilled in the next 3 months? Absolutely. Not only fulfilled, but overshoot. I always give you the targets with maximum confidence. Of course, there is no certainty in this game, but I even expect Cardano to surpass $5.50, even double that amount. Because you know the altcoin season, it's a wild game. And since this is the second half of this crypto game, believe me when I say something, you saw nothing regarding the altcoin season and the real FOMO and the wildness of the people. When the real greed and excitement kicks in, you won't believe what is happening with your portfolio and how greedy people can get. I was once that man, so I know what I'm speaking. Remember these words of Dinosaur. You saw nothing, although you saw many things. And now back to the chart, because this is the really important stuff. This is not looking so interesting, Cardano versus dollar. But what I'm gonna show you today could become very, very interesting. Now for today's analysis, we're gonna base everything around moving averages. First, I want to point out, for you that doesn't have time to watch this video till the end, what I think could be happening in the short term. There are some fluctuations, and I think the bearish ones, that would point out that Cardano could go sideways, if not downside. So don't be very surprised if you see this dullness of Cardano for a few more weeks. I don't expect it. The explosion will come soon, but for now that shouldn't surprise you. Now since that move from May, I can see this trend line being the ultimate resistance that at July was broken, and we flew higher. The same thing happened a few days ago. From that peak of the beginning of September, we were going lower and lower and lower. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Broke it, and now moving sideways. Since we didn't have that reaction with the full force to the upside, this is why I'm saying we could be seeing some more dullness. It's not bounded to be, but in the short term, there is no power behind Cardano. If you want more proof of that, we can take, for example, 13 exponential moving average, a fairly fast one. One of the fastest that I use of moving averages, just to show you the picture that from the end of July and until the beginning of September, it held the price very, very nice after that breakout. And right now, I must say that if you look closely, we are below that exponential moving average. We are still in a kinda downtrend. This is what I'm saying for a proof number 2, that in the short term, we're not bullish. We must go above 13, preferably even 21 or 34, that, as you can see, are standing above the price of Cardano. So this is nothing extraordinary that you should panic about, but just expect and embrace those fluctuations to the downside that could be happening in the coming days, weeks, I don't think months. But don't be surprised. You can see clearly that there is some resistance ahead of us. when Cardano regains its momentum and the throne above the levels of $2.20, 23, 25, something in those regions, then we will expect the move that is coming. And this is the right innuendo for what I'm about to show you, what no one is talking about. Because we must take a zoom out picture. We must embrace the past to know what is happening right now. I will remove now everything that we don't need. And believe me, those fast moving averages are not unconcerns. And for the beginning of this clue, monumental one, let's go into the past. I hope you will travel with me now all the way to the year 2020, approximately 1 year ago. Why I'm showing you this? This is where the root of what I'm about to show you is happening. Do you know what is this on the screen? 233 exponential moving average. Big one, important one, the granddaddy. He's taking into account 233 days of its price action. Why am I showing you this? It's fairly easy to understand that right here, the prices at around 233 exponential moving average are showing us clear support. You can see that in some sense, after we touched 233, we were readying for the big move to the upside. And you know that the move came, because remember, those levels, at those times, below 10 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Last touch here was 9 cents. We're not standing where? In the rocket ship, yes. So remember what I said, a big support on 233. Now, since we made that perfectly clear, the second line that I'm about to show you, and that is the part of our theory, is 89 exponential moving average. Now, after we found that support around the levels of 233, what happened next? Sometimes after the last bounce we rested at 89, then broke to the upside, establishing what? A higher high than this one. So I'm saying that this move from November of 2020 was a higher high than this one, the previous high of July of 2020. This is 15 cents, this is 18 cents. Price levels doesn't matter at this point. After establishing that higher high, what the price did? Established a ceiling at those levels and dipped where? Right here. One more time to the 89 exponential moving average before the big kaboom. And yes, that was the time that Cardano made that kaboom and declared itself as the big star of this bull run. Have you remembered everything I said? Good. Now let's go to the present day, because now is the time that I show you that thing that no one is talking about. That's super interesting stuff, at least to me. Let's travel one more time and look at this granddaddy of move. Look at this beauty. From those depths below 10 cents, well, you know what happened. You are the investor of Cardano. You know exactly what happened, because you eyeballed it very, very seriously. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Present day. Do I need to explain this picture? Well, I probably do. So let's begin. After that, huge pullback. And I must admit, in Cardano it wasn't so huge. 58%, 56%. In other cryptos it was much, much more. 70, 80%, even 90%. This is not so hard deal. But where we landed from that high of May, when we were at $2.44, we landed at $1.01, so almost $1. And where is that floor, ladies and gentlemen? Right at 233 exponential moving average. One more time, we retested that low, and where again? 233 exponential moving average. No, let's not get ahead of ourselves. What Cardano did after that, after those last moves, that last touch of 233, did he just establish a higher high than this one? So isn't this the level of above $3.10 higher than this one of $2.44, as we already mentioned? Yes, it did. So do you need to rewind what happened in the past? No, you don't. Remember well where you're a smart person. We broke all-time high, establishing marginally higher high, and then landed where? Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a final verdict. Just as 1 year ago, we landed on an 89 exponential moving average. Now, I don't want to get into any new conclusions to what will happen. You're a smart person. Let me just remind you one more time and go back just for you to see the monumental move that happened after we retested 89 exponential moving average. This happened. This brutal, beautiful monstrosity. This unbelievable move to the upside. This everything that we do not need to speak anymore, and from which we will deduct our final word. Cardano is long-term bullish. I said it in the previous part of this video. You will see levels that you never saw in Cardano ever in your life. My level of $5.50 will be reached. I got no doubt about that. And I'm not speaking about 2022, 2023, 2024, 2020, blah blah. I'm speaking about this year, 2021. Moves on coming, people. If you are not aborted, think about it. Is there a reason why you are waiting on the sidelines? No matter the Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, who cares? Pick your coin, pick your winner. Life-changing moments are coming one more time. And if you want to know what the future of this channel is all about, subscribe, like. If you agree with what I said in this video, share it if you know some ADA investor that needs this. And just watch this one, because in this video I'm also showing you some significant stuffs that could be also life-changing for you if you decide to be. If not, well, I'll just see you in the next one. Bye bye from the moon.